Okay, we're recording. Okay, Danielle says she doesn't know why her video is not working. Huh. It's okay. Okay, we are recording. So we just kind of wanted to do a quick check-in. We don't really have anything like majorly planned for this call. I do feel like, and you guys can chime in, but we feel a little bit like there's not as much participation in the group. Some of you are really kicking butt though in participating. Like Carissa, you're like blowing it up. Sorry, am I like cutting out really bad?
The people that are on the call basically are the ones that are blowing it up, and the people who are not on the call are the people who need to hear this part.
Because like Haley and her girls, same thing. Like their team is like tagging each other, and Amanda and Carissa. So like props to you guys because we know that participation is key in groups, and there's no energy if there isn't like that tagging and that like, here's what I did, here's, I showed up, whatever. That's the kind of stuff that we can all feed off of and light each other's fire with. So I think we need to focus on that the next like couple weeks, because we have hit the halfway point of April, and I think I'm speaking for everybody as far as like our teams are crushing it, and we're enrolling people and we're getting people going, and it's like freaking exciting that I feel like my team, I can speak for my team, like we might be as on fire as we've ever been, which is huge and amazing. And I just can't stress enough that at a time like this, we are experiencing this kind of success in our business. So with that being said, think of what we can do. There's Miranda, I'm letting her in. Think of what we can do like in the next couple weeks. So that should get everybody really excited just for the potential of success. And like Lindsay and I were just talking about our weeks and what our focus is. And we don't really have like any kind of group or anything this week. Like we don't really have much. She's hosting maybe a power hour or two for our teams. We have, of course, our team call tomorrow night that Amanda's running. But I was just sharing my focus when we were kind of doing that too. So Lindsay, do you want to chime in? And then maybe we can all share what might be focused on.
Yeah. So this is probably a lot for the people who are listening to this recording, opposed to the people who are on here, because I have to say that honestly, I have never been more impressed. And Amanda and Carissa are partners, so it's a lot about them, but I just really have to give Carissa like even more love right now, because I did a challenge in our group, in our team page in January and February, and she logged her points every single week. And here she is showing up, logging her points every single week. And I just want to say, guess who hits Success Club no matter what, every single month. And not to put that like, not to out anybody, I don't think she'll care. But on top of this, you guys, in this time where it's hard, and in this, like, Carissa is like showing up, and I'm just so proud of you, Carissa, but she's also going through this transforming time of like figuring out her belief in this business and her place, and what it feels like to feel like momentum for her, and what feels authentic and what feels resistant. And when you show up and you just blow it out of the water, Carissa, I just can't wait to see like what 3, 4, 5 months from now even looks like for you, because you're just killing it. And I'm really proud of you. So thank you for doing that. So I just want to say to everybody, like, this only works if you lean into it. Like Tabitha and I are not your bosses. We by no means set up this group to boss you around and tell you what to do and who to be and when to check in with people or anything. However, a lot of people on our team and a lot of people outside of our team have been reaching out to both of us and being like, oh my gosh, there's just this energy and this fire, and like, what's going on? We want to be a part of what you're doing and whatever. And it's because of leaning in and being consistent. And a lot of people on our team wanted to know, what are you doing? How can we do that? And we're just trying to help you guys duplicate it. But it only duplicates if you do it too. And like, even for me, like the 100 invite challenge, some of you may have seen it, some of you may not. If you didn't see it in the page, then you're probably not coming and looking on the page to see if there was something just randomly posted that day, you know? I just want to say this last 2 weeks, just step it up together. Not because you have to, because it's a burden, but because you want to, because it's fun. Because we really did put some thought into this, and we have some things to share here in a minute. But like the point system and what we're offering and what we want to do to help like everybody grow in this excitement and this fire. We keep saying fire, but it's real, and so we just want you guys to lean in. So you guys as partners, sometimes it's hard when you're paired with some people too that maybe like it works fine, but like I've worked with other people and it always works fine. And Tabitha and I have worked together before and it worked fine, but there's something about working together right now that's crazy fire. It's the only word I know right now. And so you might be feeling like, okay, this is good and I like the extra accountability, but maybe there's not that like, that big, maybe there's like some sort of lack in what it is that you guys are doing. Well, what can you do to kind of just make it more exciting for the last couple weeks? Or how can you lean into maybe this group as a whole? If you have an idea of what all of us can do, like you guys are doing the Energize thing, Amanda is putting one together for us, and I saw Tabitha, you guys' team just posted one. Like anything that shows that social proof and anything that brings that excitement, whether it's with just your pod or your partner or your team, is huge right now. And so I just want to say that if you were to run a challenge group right now and you post every day and you want your challengers to see that post, but they're saying that they're not seeing it because they didn't check the page or whatever, what would you want to say to them? You'd want to say, well, can you just take 2 seconds at some point just to check it out that day and just lean in, right? Because the things that we're challenging you guys to do are things that we're doing that are moving our business forward. So we did 100 invite challenge, and I'll be the first one to tell you I got 54, but I put it on there. I don't have to get 100 to hold myself accountable. I did the 54. I'm proud of myself for doing that. It's more than I would have did had we not did this, right? But we have to show up in that way and just lean into these, because what we're doing is we haven't decided on the prize exactly yet, but it's going to be a good one. Tabitha and I were just thinking about it. But since Carissa was the only one, because we're doing one more 100, like a pop-up 100 invite in 48-hour challenge in the next 2 weeks. So pay attention. And when it comes up, whoever completes that 100, your name's going to go in a drawing. And from this one, your name was going to go in a drawing too. So one drawing for both of those. And I know that Tabitha said she did like a really cool backpack at one point. We're going to look at like something cool, like something that you really would want, not like just a notebook or something. We want a really cool one. And because Carissa was the only one who did that, we're going to go ahead and put her name in that drawing 3 times because she's killing it. And she's killing it because she's just doing my favorite thing that Tabitha says lately is like, well, we're just going to do it because we said we would. Like, we're like yesterday, she's like, we didn't even post about that call yet. Shoot, should we do it? We never even told them. And I'm like, yeah, I think we should, because we didn't really know what we were even going to say at that point. And then she's like, yeah, because we said we would. And that's what we're doing. And Carissa is showing up and she's doing what she said she would. So, so Carissa, this is like a yay Carissa call. But yeah, so pay attention to that and pay attention to those stop, drop, and do these activities, because those things put a little fire under you. They put a little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You just have to do it. They make you do something you wouldn't normally do. Send 10 invites to the business right now, or whatever it is. Those things are what keep this exciting, keep it different, and you get to tag whoever you are holding each other accountable. It's going to give them more. You guys get to cheer each other on. You get to shout each other out on stories. It's all part of what makes this work. Like, in this time where people are scared that people don't have money and we're scared to ask, I'm at probably, I don't know, 12 or 14 right now. And I know Tabitha's at 16, Success Club. And that's not saying, hey, like, look at what we're doing. That's saying what we're doing is working. Energy is attractive. Excitement is attractive. Social proof is attractive. Connecting to other humans in front of other people so that we're not just the only, person Like sometimes you watch people and you're like, okay, that's all cool, but like you're just all by yourself all the time and like you don't have any friends. I don't know if I trust you, but like it's like to have that camaraderie and stuff, it all matters. And it's showing, because how many people are scared of not having the money or whatever right now, and like, but when they see the purpose, or here's the big part, are you ready? When they feel the purpose, not see it, but like actually feel it, because they feel it coming from you and from who you're doing it with and why you're doing it, right? Then they're going to lean in and they're going to figure it out now. So with that, that's all I wanted to say about that. We're going to tally up the points for the 2 weeks. We do have a new 2-week challenge coming in hot, right? How many of you have done or learned anything Josh Coates before? Josh Coates, yeah. How many of you use his tracker right now? No one? Me either, because it seemed like it was just too much sometimes. But guess what? In this next 2 weeks, our commitment and our challenge to you is to do his tracker for the next 2 weeks, and we're all going to hold each other accountable to doing it, and we are going to blow it out of the water. It's going to be, no, we're not dancing and singing right now about blowing something. What are you doing? What was the song you were going to sing? He was making something up. But we're going to commit to that. So what's on there, but then also filling out your tracker. Now take what Megan Hanson's always says into heart, which is an incomplete tracker is better than an empty tracker. However, this is a 2-week push of excitement that's setting us up, that's bringing us into summer months. People know summer's starting to come up, right? Now is the time people start thinking of, okay, in July, I'm going to be going to whatever. Is Trevor texting me right now? No. And so now is the time to really like push. And so we'll put the point system up again and kind of change it. But this 2 weeks, we're going to tally, we're going to figure out the winners. The winners are going to get one-on-one, like deep business dive into your organization map out with Tabitha and myself. One or the other or both, whatever works. So we're going to do that with the winners of the point systems. And then we are going to, for the next one, we'll have a whole different plan, whole different prize, but all of the points are going to be gone. It's a blank slate. So anybody that hasn't been logging your points and then day 4 came and you're like, I guess I'm just not going to keep track because I'm already behind. It's a brand new time to start. So you can start logging your points, and we will put the tracker up so that we can start using that and hold each other accountable to that. Tabitha, anything?
Not really. I feel like it's just a good time to always reflect on your month. Like there's always areas of improvement. Like I can look back in the last 2 weeks and be like, wow, there's some things I need to make time for, right? And so I kind of reflect like now, and I think it's good for you guys to do the same and just think about like, okay, you probably crushed it and everything. Like, I feel like I've had a really good month, and I know a lot of you guys have too, and that's awesome. So we're going to duplicate that, right? And we're going to add more fire to what we're doing and more excitement, and just amp it up, because why won't we? Why shouldn't we? So does anybody like
ambitious AF in April?
That's right.
Right?
Ambitious AF. Okay, we named this based on our ambition. Okay. Does everybody understand? AF. So does anybody like want to share maybe what their focus is? Sorry, I'm eating almonds. Or do you like anybody have anything they want to say? What's working, what's not, what they're going to amp up this week? It feels good to start like a new week, like it's Sunday. I'm like, my brain's not all together yet. I don't have my week planned out yet. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm like excited for what's to come and what I'm capable of this week. So does anybody want to share like what their focus is, or if there's something this week you're doing?
Can I add on to that real quick?
Yeah.
Also, yeah, share what's working, and then just know that I'm going to be putting a spreadsheet link in the files section of the group, and it's for action hours. And I think if we all just host an action hour, whether you're ready or not, you don't even have to talk. You can just say, let's all just work together. You don't even need to like lead it, so to speak. But if we can kind of do that, and just fill in the days, I just put a slot for each day, fill in your name and time, whatever's convenient for you. And then that way it's just holding each other more accountable for the next couple weeks too. I'm going to put that in there. But yeah, whatever is working for you, like Tabitha said, I just wanted to say that part. I don't know why I felt I needed to say it right now. It's probably the energized.
But I think like
juice.
Don't you guys feel like right now, like if you were a new coach joining, wouldn't you feel like super pumped about joining like a team who is collaborating and doing a lot of things and hosting a lot of things and like always giving people the option to grow? Like, I feel like that's maybe where I had like a gap in my business at points where it was like, not because I was always doing team calls, but let's face it, one Monday night team call, is that enough to light your fire for like the whole entire week and keep going? Sometimes, you know, you just need a little bit more of a boost. So I just feel like us hosting these power hours have been huge, and just all the other things that we're doing virtually because we have no other option to do it. It's like almost forced us to take it into another like direction, and it's been huge, I think, for all of us. So as a new coach, I've enrolled a few new coaches this past week, and it's like one of them's already just like excited about the community, and I'm already just like inviting her to join all this stuff. So anyways, I think it's awesome for new coaches to come in at a time like this for them to see all of the things that we're doing together. I don't know.
And then I just want to reiterate one thing, and then I'm going to be quiet to see if anybody wants to say anything, because I just want to reiterate what Tabitha and I said for the kickoff call for this group. This group is just to share with you guys like what's making us excited and working, but it's absolutely not like we don't have all the answers. We're just having fun and saying what's working, but we want to know what's working with you guys too. So Carissa, it would be like super awesome for you when you feel the need to, or you like feel that inside you, to like share really quick just with everybody, like, how are you making sure that it's a non-negotiable? No, like some people are like, oh, it's just tallying the points, they just take so long. Like, when are you doing that? How are you making that happen? How are you leaning in, or whatever? Or Amanda, how are you making sure that you get on those action hours on the champions page all the time? Like, how is that working for you? You know, like, I feel like we can all learn so much from each other. And I'm hoping to take away a lot from you guys in the next 2 weeks, because Tabitha and I, right before you guys got on, we both were like, we don't have very much fire tonight. And so like, we kind of need our fire lit by you guys too, you know? So anyway, okay, I'm going to be quiet. Does anyone want to say anything?
I was just going to say to just keep posting on your stories and stuff, like your Instagram and your Facebook. I feel like I post on my stories quite a bit, but since we've been doing this 2-week, ambitious AF challenge, I've been doing it a little bit more. And I hit Success Club 12 this month already. And like 3 of the people are like messaging me, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what is that? Or what's that drink? Or, you know what I mean? Whatever. I just have people reaching out to me now. And so instead of just sending all these invites, and I actually have people coming to me and asking me what I'm doing, and having questions. And then I just kind of throw it all out there. So it's been really helpful to have the accountability with Haley and Jenna. And I don't know, just keep posting, because people are watching and they're curious, and yeah, all of that. So that's all.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
And Miranda, really quickly, can you share? So Miranda has this thing. I don't like exactly, I've never even asked you how you do this, but like when she gets someone started, she always recommends the deluxe challenge pack. And she almost always gets them started on like the mega challenge pack, because let her tell you why. I mean, I know why, but tell us what you do.
So I always start with like, of course, I would recommend the $99 Beachbody On Demand. And then I talk about my personal favorite, which is the Energize and Recover. And then I say, but if you're looking to like lose a couple pounds and lose some weight and tone up, I said I would highly recommend Shakeology because it's a meal replacement / superfood shake. I said, and it's really not even a meal replacement, but when you bulk it up, you can use it as that. And I said, all 3 products are just really amazing. And if you're really wanting to dive in, like you just need to dive in. And they're like, oh my God, okay, you know what? I'm just ready. So let me just try all 3. And I'm like, okay, that's a $219 pack or $220. And then I'm always like, so I'm just saying, I'm not trying to like, what's the word I always use?
Upsell.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not trying to upsell you, but for $20 more, you can get what's called the 80-day challenge pack, and you get the bands, the sliders, and the portion control containers for $20 more. I said, so you'd be crazy not to do that for $20 more because it's like 50 more if you're wanting to do all of it.
Yeah.
And I said, and I really want you to get the best bang for your buck. And I said, the portion control containers are just really good with all of the food plans and the meal, like the meal plans that they give us. And I said, the Fixate, I always talk about the Fixate show and how great it is to watch 2 to 3 minute clips on all these recipes. And then showing them exactly which containers for which meals, you know what I mean? Like, you know how the Fixate program shows however many containers for that meal. I kind of explained that to them and they're like, dang, that is a lot more for $20. But I show them a visual. I actually like screenshotted it and then like cropped it. And so they're seeing the bands, the sliders, and the portion containers along with everything else. And they're like, oh, that's a lot for $220. And some people are like, oh, I don't know if I would use that. And I was like, well, the bands and the sliders are incorporated in a lot of the new programs. So it would just benefit you to do that. And they're like, hell, let's just do it. If I'm diving in, I'm just diving in. So I've had a lot of luck. I've sold, I think 3 of those already this month. So I think I sold it in like 3 days, or the same day, all the 3-pack or the deluxe pack in the same day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe this. I was so excited. But yeah, just the fact that for $20 more, you get all 3 of those things extra. And when you say like, I'm not trying to upsell you, I'm really trying to save you some money. So for $20 more, you get all of this. And then they're like, oh, so I don't think she's just trying to like make money. She's trying to help me too. So, but that's called the 80-day, it's the 80-day obsession challenge pack. And so if you just go, whenever you're going to look for it, just click on the 80-day and it'll show you all of it. And it's for $240.
Cool.
So
that's awesome.
if that answered your question.
No, it did. Yes. Thank you. You've always been really successful because this isn't the first month you've done that. Like you've always kind of encouraged that, and you've sold several of those in the past too. Which is because I think sometimes
Miranda,
oh, sorry.
if they say no, oh, sorry, Debs.
You're fine.
If they say no, then you just bring it down to like a regular challenge pack, or
yeah, to the $219 one.
Okay.
But I've never had anyone tell me no. They've always bought it because they're like, dude, $20 more? Because I'm like, if you buy them separate, there's so much more. The containers alone are $10. And then the bands and sliders, I want to say is in like the $20 or $30 range. I can't really remember. But it's such a better deal. And like I said, when I show them the actual visual, because I always send them that picture first. And then I'm like, so I'm totally not trying to upsell you, but you can get all this extra stuff for just $20 more. And then they're like, oh, dang. So I've just had a lot of success with doing it that way.
And don't you think, and then you sometimes we shy away from like you just want them to say yes, so you get the yes, and then so a lot of times I'll try to add Energize to like the Shakeology challenge pack. You know, I'm always like, a lot of like Energize and Shakeology are my 2 favorites. So if they're buying a Shakeology challenge pack, I'm always, and especially if they're signing up as a coach, I'm always recommending adding Energize because it saves them an additional, I don't know if you guys know this, But if you add Energize to the challenge pack, it's like $29 versus the 38 or whatever. So I like will offer that, but it's like, why aren't I, you know, sometimes we shy away from doing that, where Amanda, when we were on the call the other day with Jolene, that was just yesterday, when she was talking about how she's done it twice now, where she's added the performance stack. I don't know how she did it. If she added the performance stack to the challenge pack, exactly what package she did, but she upsailed them in the cart when she sent it, and they both purchased it all. Like she said, it's no big deal. You don't have to purchase it. I'm throwing it in there. You can take it out. But she's like, they both purchased it. So a lot of times, I don't know, we just get in our own head about the fact that they're not going to want more. So it's just a good reminder to, I don't know, to not just stop over the 160, you know, and to really.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times they'll be like, can I just have the website? I want to look for myself. Oh, sorry. I'm just, I'm sure trying to make dinner for my coworkers. So another thing that I do is they'll want to look at the website themselves, and then they'll try to order themselves. And I'm like, talk to me before you order, because instead of just buying the $160 normal challenge pack, you could buy the 10 rounds challenge pack for the same price, and then you're getting the bands for free. They don't know that because they don't understand all the, you know, all the different things. Or they could buy the bar challenge pack and then get the like the cards and all of that with it. So they try to always just say, you know, like, hit me back, that way I can make sure that you're getting the best deal, because some people don't understand. And then, you know, we want them to be successful too. We want them to have the accessories and the things that they need for, you know, for their success as well. So I always try to add that in whenever I'm talking to the girls that mainly want to look at like the website. So if that's helpful at all, I always try to tell them that.
I love that. That reminds me kind of just like a simple tip I heard from Amanda, I think, and she heard it from somebody a long time ago, which was like, when you are going to sell Shakeology and people are like, oh, but it's monthly, or I don't know if I want monthly, I want one time. You're like, well, we're going to be working together for a long time. You're going to be going through this program for a few months at least, and you're going to be going to the next program or whatever it is. So it's like, you know, I just want you to get the best bang for your buck or whatever. It's just being open and honest. Like, even if you don't need these for this program, you're going to need them eventually, and you're going to spend more in the long run. So you might as well just get it now. Right? I love that. Does anyone else have something they want to share or ask or talk about or shout out?
Carissa, Megan, and I are doing a webinar on Thursday night. We'll share more in the team pages that you guys can invite to. But it's titled, and this is all a Josh Coates thing, but it's titled what did we decide on? How to Rock Your Health in the midst of chaos. And basically it's just talking about the total package solution, essentially. Fitness, nutrition, and community is the third one that we talked about. But Josh shows this like Venn diagram of the three, and you have to have all three in order to really get the results that you want and really rock your goals. Because if you just have fitness or nutrition and you're lacking community, something's not going to work. And so we're each going to kind of just share our story. And because all of us have a story of where in the past we didn't have one of those things or two of those things, and how we failed essentially. And so just sharing our story and sharing how just the total package solution is where it's at. So we're excited to just do something different and new. And yeah.
Awesome. Are you doing a Zoom? Are you guys just doing a Zoom then for that? Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Megan's in like the big Josh Coates group, and I guess he's been on them for a while because that's his format. Like, probably you guys have been on his calls where he like does a free call and then he pitches you at the end, but you don't feel like you're being sold to. You feel like, God, this guy like totally gets me. Like, he totally understands why this isn't working for me. And so she's obviously got all of his notes of like how to do it, not just to get on there and say whatever. Like, he's got specific points of what to say and how to say it. And just all the things about how he relates to people and brings the energy and all the things. And so Megan has been wanting to do it for a while, but scared. And so, I mean, I was just going to say, like, I'm not somebody that gets like crazy high success numbers, like ever, but I do consistently hit it. And I think that I'm just like, and I think a lot of us are that way, where if I don't necessarily know what to do, but if somebody tells me you should do this, then I'm like, okay, I'll do it. So if you say, like, anytime I've been in a group and it's like, do 100 invites in 48 hours, go, I'm like, okay. And then I just do it. Or if there's this, the Success Club tracker, like, this is what you should do every day as much as possible. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And so, and I think that consistency adds up. So like, I'm sitting at Success Club 4 right now, and then I've got like a few share carts and a bunch of combos open, but I don't think that I would, because all those combos and stuff have come from, hey, Tabitha's going to do a power hour at 9. And I'm like, shit, I wasn't going to do it until like tonight, but I guess I'll jump on right now because I'm home. And I'm kind of like freaking out right now because I'm a first grade teacher who is not teaching right now. And literally in first grade, every 20 minutes, you do something different. Every 20 minutes, you're either seeing a different group or moving on to a new topic. Like, all day long, it's like nonstop. And now I'm not, and that's like really hard for me. And like, it's not like I'm not doing anything, but it's completely different. So if it's like there's this group or there's a call, I'm like, okay, I'll do that, and then I'll do that, and then I'll do that, because I'm like looking for things that I can do. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, I've got time, I'll do that later. Like, I don't plan out my day because it's so hard right now. I'm trying to wrap my head around what each day is going to look like, because I don't know, because maybe I'm in the middle of a class and my kids need help because they're trying to school. So, and everybody's kind of in that situation right now. It's just so weird. So I guess I would just say, like, when you're given the opportunity for a group, just go for it. And like that very first night, we didn't even know this group was going to happen. It was like a random team call night, and it was you guys. And I was like, I guess I'll get on the team call tonight because I can, because we don't have baseball practice or gymnastics or whatever tonight, because normally I wouldn't maybe watch it live. And then when you guys said that, like, Amanda messaged me in the middle of the call and was like, I think we need to team up. And I was like, okay. Like, so I feel like especially during this time, not everybody's in, and we talked about this too, there's that post floating around that's like, not everybody's in the same boat. So quit saying we're all in the same boat, because everybody's boat looks very different right now. So don't be comparing yourself to everybody. But for me, for this time, I need that. Like, I need somebody to say, go invite 10 people to the business opportunity. I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have done that otherwise. But if somebody just says, go do that, I'm like, okay, I'll go do that, and then see what happens. And then I just feel like I can check it off the list. And so then I'm not even thinking about, are they going to respond to me? Are they going to think I'm weird? I'm like hearing over and over all these crazy numbers of people signing up left and right. I'm like, well, then obviously this is a good time to invite. So I don't know. That wasn't really like any ahas, but it's basically just, you never, I guess, really know if you're thinking about your own team, like, oh, they probably wouldn't want to do this. Like, a lot of people are just that way. Like, I don't really know exactly what I should be doing right at this point in time, but if you tell me you should go do this, I'll do it. And so a lot of people probably, would be open to that, or would be like, oh, that's all I'm supposed to do. Like, I have a new coach and she's in a different time zone and she's working from home and she hasn't been on a lot of the live calls. And she's like, I don't feel like I know what to do. And I was like, well, keep doing what you're doing, which is drinking your shake and checking in our group like religiously as our challenge group. And now all you're going to do is you're going to go post about that, and then you're going to invite anybody who likes it. That's it for right now. And she was like, oh, that's all? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh, I could do that. I'm like, that's all you're going to do right now. Go do it. And she did. So sometimes we just overthink it and we look at all the things. And that's how I was doing. I was like, well, I'll do that later. I don't have time right now, but I don't know. I think the accountability is helping me, at least right now, too, for sure. So.
Yes.
I love it. I love what you just said, because even that 100 invite, I forgot that it was going to be posted. It got posted. I was like, oh, shoot, I got to do that.
Mhm.
Like, you just do it. Yep. Like it.
Any
Anybody else?
tidbit?
All right. Well, I'll get this stuff updated, or we will tonight, and probably maybe into tomorrow. I'm going to try to get it done tonight. I probably will. But and then let's just be really excited and keep sharing little things and like tag each other, and like if you guys are doing something really fun like what you guys are doing and you're trying that out, that's kind of a fun thing to like let everybody know we're going to try this out. So if anybody want, just to give other people ideas, I think we're all just like pulling at straws to have fun and keep it creative. And like Carissa, like you said, like there's just so many, I feel like we need to just keep getting more creative and more creative in this time, where so we don't get like, okay, it's just the same day like every single day or whatever, but yeah, awesome. So do you guys want to do a boomerang quick? Tabitha, do you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think I'm good. I think we're just gonna keep crushing it, That's what we're
Yeah.
gonna do.
I think so. All right, let's do a boomerang.
Do it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see. Miranda, Haley, Kathy, Kate, can you put your handles up so I can tag you guys? And we'll get this up. I'll get the group stuff in there, and let's crush it.
Woo!
Woo! All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love you. Mwah.
Mommy's just staying.